I would definitely try to get her as tired as I possibly could. I would try to wear her down. And once I wear her down, she'll become putty in my hands and I will pin her at will.
So now the WWE has decided we are going to put some of our male athletes against our female athletes. And this lady behind me, Ronda Rousey, is one of the toughest athletes, period, the end, in the world. So,
overall, yes.
Yeah, so now they say, Kurt Angle, you can wrestle in your prime. You can wrestle Ronda Rousey. How would you wrestle Ronda Rousey?
Ronda would be tough to wrestle. She doesn't have any weaknesses. The girl has it all. And it's amazing how quickly she caught on to pro wrestling. So how would I wrestle her? I would wrestle her carefully. And I would definitely try to get her as tired as I possibly could. I would try to wear her down. And once I wear her down, she'll become putty in my hands and I will pin her at will.
Okay, all right. That's a match. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Kurt Angle against Rowdy.
The baddest woman on the planet against the baddest man on the planet.
So wait a minute. Right next to her, and I wasn't going to bring this up, is Bruno Sammartino, fellow Pittsburgher.
Yeah.
Think about what would have happened had you wrestled Bruno.
Oh, Bruno would have been tough to beat.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a streak when he was champion. I think it was for 2,800 days.
Yeah.
Bruno is the most dominating wrestler in the history of the WWF, WWE. I don't know if, him losing eventually was a fluke. I don't know if Bruno didn't lose very much in his career, maybe, 4, 5, 6 times.
Yeah.
So I would say he's probably one of the most unbeatable wrestlers in the history of the business. And I'm not quite sure if I could have beaten him, to be honest.
That's what I was going to ask. All right. Now, one guy who keeps coming back periodically and he's changed his persona. He's still so dangerous, but he's changed his persona with the cowboy hat and being very jolly about destroying everybody. And that's Brock Lesnar. You've had quite a time with Brock Lesnar. Were you ever afraid? Well, did you ever have any fear going into the ring against Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, you have to fear him all the time. I mean, if you're talking about a guy that manhandles everybody he wrestles, it's Brock Lesnar. There is nobody pound for pound that is as strong as him or as athletic as Brock Lesnar. He's a dangerous individual. And the way I wrestled him is I would try to... I would try to keep him from hitting me with too many suplexes. Right. Brock is a master at suplexes, and that's how he wears you down, and that's how he beats you. And so I would always try to counter those suplexes with suplexes of my own. And for the most part, I was able to do that. I beat Brock Lesnar for the World Championship. I believe it was at SummerSlam. He did beat me at WrestleMania for the world title. So we went tit for tat, but Brock Lesnar is one of the best wrestlers I've ever been in the ring with.
Do you find that as the match progresses, as it goes longer, because I've seen this in some of his matches, that he's a little more vulnerable as time, because he's...
Yeah. You know what? But everybody gets vulnerable.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody gets vulnerable when they get tired. And Brock Lesnar is not different. It's not that he's inhuman. He's a human being, and he is going to get tired eventually. And if you're going to say that's one of his weaknesses, it takes him a long time to get tired, but eventually he will get tired. So I would say it's semi one of his weaknesses.
Okay. One of the matches, or some of the matches that I've seen that really surprised me at this guy's in-ring performance, and some of the best matches I've seen you against.
Yeah.
Shane McMahon.
Shane?
Yeah, Shane McMahon.
Yeah, you know what? Shane is, he is one of the most entertaining wrestlers, and he's not a full-time wrestler. He's part-time.
Yeah.
But whenever Shane McMahon's on the card, he's going to steal the match. He's going to steal the show. Shane McMahon is the biggest show stealer of anybody I've ever seen. The stunts he does in his matches are so incredible, and he's such an amazing athlete that you know, he's able to wow the fans with everything that he does. And the crazy thing is, he's not even a wrestler. He's not a full-time wrestler. He doesn't even do it part-time. He does it every once in a while. And it's crazy how consistent he is.
Yeah, because I remember so many of the spots. You must have been surprised when you wrestled with him the first time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. He's a tough kid, too. He took quite a beating when I wrestled him at King of the Ring in 2000. And we both ended up in the hospital that night.
I remember.
And you know what's crazy is afterward, we're in the hospital. We're both in a wheelchair. We're dumb as hell because we're high-fiving each other and saying, "No, we stole the show." Meanwhile, we're here with injuries at the hospital, and we're nursing our injuries, and we're just so excited about the match that we were forgetting about the injuries we had.
Yeah, that's what this business is all about. You know,
it is, yeah.
Making the fans talk about that match all the time, and even the boys in the dress and girls in the dressing room. You know, just to say what a 5-star match you had.
Hey, if they talk about it forever, you know it was a classic.
Yeah, well, we just talked about it, so forever it's still going on.